So we worked at rival stations in Myrtle Beach many years ago, and we met through mutual friends. And at the time there was only 2 stations in the market, local news affiliates, and yeah, we met that way through mutual friends.
oh, no, she was sarcastic. I like sarcastic people, so he was quick-witted.
Each of his last 2 mock drafts and had him go second overall to the 49ers. Todd McShay's mock draft yesterday has him going 25th overall to Texans. Has there ever been this much disagreement between you and Todd when it comes to a player where he'll get drafted? You have to sit down and watch for Trubisky. We kind of flip-flop back. Todd going Watson over Trubisky. I want Trubisky over Watson. And you look at now, talking to people in the league yesterday, polarizing. That's what these quarterbacks are. Everybody's kind of all over the place on these quarterbacks. Going to get over more than likely, not quite as much as I thought. Second pick of the 49ers, they still could have been running Barkley and Boyer. They still could have chosen two, and defensive linemen are now in the equation, which we knew Jonathan Allen was always going to be there. Solomon Thomas, you have that great Sun Bowl against North Carolina and Mitchell Trubisky. There's a reason why he's kind of off his way up. And here's Trubisky and Watson looking like mid first rounder for one of them. And the one that doesn't go there, be it Cleveland or Arizona. Arizona picking at 13, Cleveland at 12. The other quarterback guy drops. And then you get into kind of never land. You might trade back into the first, what it used to be doing in the 20s. That second quarterback off the board is very difficult to project unless you go Cleveland with a quarterback at 12 and Arizona with a quarterback at 13.
And so many times we've seen it now when that quarterback, as you mentioned, gets overdrafted. But do we think this year that may not happen because we saw Glennon going to Chicago? You just mentioned Hoyer Barkley to the 49ers. We'll see maybe what the Jets might do as well. That there are other quarterbacks that can play first round.
Then get in second round. Then get out of that maximum season as first round discussion. Jake Button. He's still a second round possibility. We got a lot of tight ends. I think
What made that?
So personal now, preferably up the personal guy on the defensive side of us to work out of 2 positions that linemen might be back up there somewhere.
Everyone loves Taco Bell's iconic Crunch Wrap, and once again, we're taking that love to new heights. The one that got away is back in a big way. The bigger, beefier, double Crunch Wrap. Only at Taco Bell.
Once there was a real this house holds strong. One day a big bad wolf puffed and blew the house down. Luckily, the Geico Insurance Agency had helped the pig with homeowner's insurance. He had replacement cost coverage, so his house was rebuilt good as new. The big bad wolf now has a job on a pig farm. Call Geico and see how easy it is to switch and save on homeowner's insurance. It is what it is. You wouldn't put up with an umbrella that covers the front leg. So when it comes to pain relievers, I put up with just part of the day. Only live home
house, Chris. Yeah. His clothes are already written. Wait.
Flash, not
Jimmy said he went and bought new scrubs. Is that true? He went and bought new scrubs?
No.
I don't know, it was Chris to me.
You never seen it before? She's telling me this. She's going to church.
Having said that, SMU is a terrific offensive team. I think they've got one of the tougher matchups in the tournament. That's Ocean.
No, it's wrong. Pillow.
Yeah, it's wrong. I got this pillowcase wrapped around my head.
Yeah.
Some sort of freezing.
Yeah, well, you better put it back on.
Well, I can feel if it's, the shoulders and above. And, below that, internally you can feel things, but externally, I mean, probably. I wasn't, someone before the accident that enjoyed, taking shots, and I probably had about, probably over 1,000 shots in this time, but you can't feel them, so I guess that's one. Yeah, that's the one thing the only thing you can really look forward to, or having no touch. But yeah, if I get a hug, I can feel that. If I get been raped in the face a couple times, not as much as she has, but you can feel that. But other than that, what you witnessed this morning with the stretches, I can feel the stretches. I can tell when they're. I mean, you could see the kind of look on my face. That's maybe a little misconception of, not being able to feel from the waist down or from the shoulders down. You can feel what's going on inside.
No. Yeah, never.
Come back tomorrow. She's flashing.
Right?
ESPN Tournament Challenge. So
See, we don't leave our words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just works.
We got Josh.
In fact,
No.
you've got half a dozen or more choices in front of
One,
you. Pricing
two.
will take
You never think about shopping around for medication prices.
good insurance when we put it on the list. I say
I'm saying, how much?
We traveled a lot to visit friends on the weekends. We had our schedules were always crazy, and usually not aligned. But when we did have days off together, we'd like travel to see friends, movies, dinner. We loved running errands and grocery shopping together and stuff like that. You know, pretty normal stuff that now seems so easy to do. You know, looking back on it, it seems so easy, but you know, some of those things are a lot more difficult to do now. The ease of traveling and shopping and all of that stuff. But yeah, we like to take trips, and we flew a couple times to go visit people, and yeah, it was a lot easier then, wasn't it?
I mean, well, I have 24-hour nursing care, so there's always someone here. We have permission to let them go for a couple hours just to have some sense of normalcy. But you know, if we do decide to travel, then you know, there's 2 nurses that also have to go with us. Then the challenges of Spencer, which we didn't have back then. So I guess we really didn't deter us from traveling, you know, I guess within the immediate couple state area, but you know, it was a lot. So it was a lot more. Yeah, I'll say it was a lot more fun. We didn't have to have 2 nurses tag along. If it was just the 3 of us, you know, it would be much better. But
Not to mention like the packing.
wow.
The packing of medical equipments and
See, I can't-
supplies and the coordinating of the schedules.
I can't
and,
get on her for packing so much now.
and the, yeah,
90% of it is my medical stuff.
yeah. It takes a good while to pack all of us up. Jimmy's medical, all of his medication and his supplies, and Spencer stuff and my stuff, and
2 cars.
usually I have to take 2 cars to fit everything because our van is not huge, but coordinating everything with the hotel and the nursing agency and scheduling, hopefully, you know, trying to find the nurses that can travel with us. Sometimes on holidays is difficult. And so, yeah, there's a lot more that goes into it. A lot of homework, a lot of preparation, a lot of paperwork.
There's no such thing as spur of the moment trips. Just decide to go somewhere on a whim. Usually a couple days planning.
And he can get 30 in any given game. And Cameron Oliver is a pick and pop guy. He can roll to the basket. He's a good offensive rebounder. He's an excellent player. They're the Stockton and Malone of their league. And so when you put them into a game like this, can they beat Iowa State? They absolutely can. Now, if you're Steve Prohm and Iowa State, should they win? No, they should not win. Iowa State's a better team. But that's what happens in these early games. Is in the first weekend you can get a team that is not the better team. They wind up winning. The issue is, can they win the second game? For your bracket, can they win the second game? And so those that are going to the ESPN Tournament Challenge app, be careful picking upsets, too many upsets, because you can't advance them too far. Because very rarely does the double-digit seed win a second game after they win the first one.
Sure. Real quickly, let's switch. We got one thing in the South. What stands out in the South? We got
Barbecue stands out in the South. That's what's
that's pretty good.
Jimmy had going after Greensboro. Barbecue is what he needs.
Middle Tennessee is a really tough out. They play this 1-3-1 zone that morphs into a 2-3 zone. To me, they got 3 guys that can play anywhere in the country. We talk about Upton, we talk about Williams, we talk about Jimmy Potts. Potts shoots almost 40% from the free-throw line. Kermit Davis, to me, should be the next coach at LSU. He's a terrific basketball coach, and they have a hard style to prepare for because you can't simulate that zone in your practice, and they can rebound the ball. And to beat Minnesota, You must rebound the ball. I think Tennessee's really good.
You taking Middle Tennessee in your bracket?
Say it.
Whoa, okay, expert.
I like that.
He's going to be coming up on Coast to Coast with more information for your picks. Again, high noon deadline given in for today.
Yes, Matt Berry, though, is at Clemson's pro day.
He really did the 10 brackets. Is he doing the shuttles? Is Deshaun doing the shuttles?
Not sure the shuttles.
Who are the shuttles?
Wait,
Does the shuttles?
you need a second? Or you just need me to leave? That's a good one.
They make it fun because they know it's miserable. You know, they know I'm miserable. And there's still some mornings where I'm just like, y'all need to shut up. You know, just let me watch TV. But you get, after a while, you get used to it. I mean, it used to be a lot worse. Yeah. Plus, you can bitch and moan about it continually, but after a while, people just shut you out. Yeah. It's just like, all right. Yeah. There's been many of occasions where they've told me to shut up, which is fine. I kind of need that in the morning. There's really, I enjoy waking up in the morning and hearing Spencer, who is very loud, and she comes running through the living room, and my door's open, so I can see her running through the living room. It's just, that's probably the highlight of my morning. And then she's gotten to the point now where, she'll go bye, Dada. When she heads out in the morning. So.
Did you hear her this morning?
I heard her this morning.
Like when you were dead sleeping?
Yeah, it was like 5 till 7. To where I heard
She's saying, hi, Dada. Screaming. I was like, Spencer, are you sleeping?
That's kind of the highlight to a morning. The routine that you saw, there's nothing fun about that. Even though we try to make it fun, it's the worst part of my day. Because your body's adjusting from being in bed all night to getting up and getting stretched and moved around, and sometimes you'll get lightheaded. Sometimes it's just not fun. So once you're finally lowered into the chair, it's like, okay, the worst part of your day is now over.
And then even still, it takes you a little while to adjust.
It takes a little while.
And kind of catch your breath and adjust to sitting up after laying down.
Yeah, and then once you feel good about that, then we usually take the vent off because breathing alone for the rest of the day, and that tires you out somewhat. So you gotta, if you're staying busy, it's one thing, but like if you're just sitting there watching TV after a while, you get a little tired because your body's still working.
I definitely feel like it's been a massive challenge to try, especially being in separate rooms at night. But, our routine with our kid and the injury and having the nurses in the house and in my business, it's super challenging. We have to just, like we have to plan everything else, we have to try and plan time together alone, which never happens. I mean, I'm sure that happens in a lot of married couples. You get just caught up in life, but just all of the factors, it's difficult to nail down time and everything with all of the challenges. And even if we do go somewhere together, there's a nurse there. So we have to
Make them
just make arrangements for them, even if it's a concert or someone to get, buy them a ticket or whatever. And so there's always someone there, although we have permission to excuse them, but they always have to be there. So that's kind of challenging, just to make plans for extra people, which is fine. It's nice having the extra help, obviously, but I would say our relationship is clearly it's just a lot more work to try and get one-on-one time, which I feel like never happens.
And it's frustrating when you want to help out, but you can't. I mean, I guess since we've had Spencer, she's probably changed 5,000 diapers. My hands are clean because I can't do that. Kind of pisses you off. When your ADD kicks in and you see something that's been on the floor for a while and you want to grab it, but you can't do it. And,
OCD.
ADD, what did I say? Let's see. But yeah, it's just frustrating when you see things you can't do. It's like she's frustrated or has too much work to do, and if I was able-bodied, I could just snatch up Spencer and take her to the park. But can't really do that. I guess you could, but that's not in the nurse's job description to babysit two people, so. I guess since the accident, we've tried numerous things, many medications, but no matter how good your medication is, I have to be turned every 4 hours. So even if you are in a good sleep, then after 4 hours, a nurse is going to be in the room to turn you over to the other side, and so you're up again. And if you're lucky, you can go back to sleep. But then you get turned over again. So my schedule was at 2 and 6. Luckily, I found a medication I could take that'll, let you go back to sleep probably 70% of the time. Spasms, they just come and go. Some of them, your legs will start shaking. Some of them will just kind of, hit you out of the blue and you will scream. It feels like somebody just kicked you right in the chest, and I have no feeling from, I guess, shoulder, let's just say from shoulder down, but that's from outside touch. I can feel everything going on inside, so when I get a spasm like that, it's not pleasant. You let out a nice scream. I mean, it's literally, they're so strong that they can basically turn you. I sleep from side to side. I mean, I've had some that have knocked me on my back. So, there's anti-spasm medication, but I took it when I was first, first I had the accident, but it makes you really tired, and it's not 100%. You'll still have spasms.
So when we were set up in our first apartment, we really didn't know how to set it up, but we knew we were getting a hospital bed for him, and I had my bed, our bed, and there really wasn't room for me in the twin bed that they gave us. I mean, they asked us what kind of bed we wanted, and I didn't know what to say, and we hadn't really talked about it, and I think someone along the way gave us the advice of sleeping in separate beds, like just from their experience or whatever. So I said, okay, we'll try that, especially because I'm a person who likes alone time, time away from things, and so with having nursing in your bedroom a lot, you don't get that. So We started out that way, and it just kind of continued even when we moved into a new apartment. So it's just kind of what we've always done. Not to say it hasn't been incredibly difficult. Like, I think when we have to say goodnight and part ways at the end of the night, it's sad a lot of the times. Like, it's unnatural sometimes. And so a lot of times it's for the best, because the baby wakes me up a lot, and the vent and the turns that he talked about wake him up a lot. So there would be a lot of both of us not sleeping on top of our stuff, you know. So I think our arrangement now is for the best, but it's still one of those things it's kind of sad and it's hard, especially when I'm sick and I want to be taken care of and stuff like that. And well, Jimmy touched on it a little bit, not being able to help out more with Spencer, and just, yeah, like,
I used to do a lot of the cooking, and now, you know, and then I do the financial part, handle that, and now all that's been reversed. She now handles the books. She does the cooking.
yeah. So I think while his life is now dealing and maintaining this injury, my life is like taking on kind of everything else. And so, you know, doing all the hands-on stuff with Spencer, bath, dressed, fed her, getting her off to school, medicine. I mean, everything that you have to do to a 2-year-old. Yeah, and then planning meals for everybody, and paying the bills, and trying to organize medical supplies and case managers and all of that stuff. It's quite a balance for both of us to try and figure out. But I think anytime that we can try and include Jimmy and stuff to help out, we definitely do. I think as Spencer gets older, he'll be able to help out more with her. Like, he can do some of the homework with stuff with her, especially the math. But it's hard sometimes. I feel, I'm just now getting over a stomach bug, and Spencer had the flu this past week, and so, wow, it was really hard, and there was no one to take care of me. I was literally trapped under her for 2 days because she didn't want to be put down, and I was, sick at the same time. So it was hard, and I was sending Jimmy texts from my phone from the bedroom saying, "You need to get yourself fed. I can't come out of the bedroom." I just want a better life for Jimmy. I want him to be able to do more. I want him to have more space and more freedom. I don't want him to be so trapped in his room, and I want him to feel like he has more independence. Better quality of life for all of us, really. I mean, we're all in this together, so anything that can help enrich our lives and give us a better quality of life, I think that we deserve that. Same question.
Same answer.
Nope.
No, just, to be able to maybe make some of the day-to-day things that we have to go through a little easier. Maybe help for Jamie. We always need help with Spencer. There are some things that I would like to do that right now I can't do. I'm not in a position to do. It's not gonna, change. Not looking for a life changing. Just something to help a little bit more day to day life. If we need help, we'd be able to get it.
And not feel so strapped.
And not feel so.
And so restricted, and yeah.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'm doing the best I can, but with a little help, I could probably do better. Do a lot better. get out of her hair for a couple hours a day.
Yeah.